Actually, I'll start right here.
Connect it to the thing if you check it.
Let's see.
All right, so those of you who are picking up on this stream right now, doing something really
different and unusual here in Puerto Rico. I'm going to be doing a workshop for a room full of people. Everybody say hi. Oops. Oh, I just unplugged the projector. That's okay. They're not actually people. They're aliens. They're lizard people. And Michael, maybe you can help me find the thing. I just dropped it for the projector, or Aaron can do it. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to teach how to mint NFTs. And hopefully everybody prepared and did your homework for this. Let's see, is it on? Yep, we're good. Here's how we can check to make sure it's doing. Check 1, 2, test. We should hear audio coming through your.
help me find the
Good.
thing.
All right.
Mute it. The projector. Or
Okay, so this is designed tonight to get your hands on and actually make an NFT. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways that we can do that. So you had some homework, and the homework was to set up a WAX wallet. Did anybody have a hard time setting one up? By that I mean still not able to. You haven't been able to set yours up. Okay, so if you haven't been able to set yours up, it's because apparently we're all on the same IP here in the bubble. And so it thinks that we're spamming the service, setting up multiple accounts. So what I was told, and I think what several found success with, is on your phone or your laptop, you need to be on a cellular network and set up your wallet that way. Best if you do it on your mobile phone. I'm looking at you because you're the only one that's still left without an account, I think. Everybody else should have a WAX account. The other piece of homework that's a little more challenging that you were asked to do was to have a MetaMask account set up on your wallet. We're not going to walk through how to do that tonight. Hopefully you've done it. If you didn't, then you could observe, and I'll be demonstrating minting from both platforms, both blockchains here on my computer. Those of you at home, I'm going to turn the camera over here while I'm talking for a bit, but I'm going to be sharing my screen, and hopefully you can hear me through these awesome Bluetooth earbuds that Steve gave me. I just don't like to sit when I talk. I want to move around. What we're not going to do is, as a format, I don't have a presentation. In other words, I'm not going to go, this is what an NFT is. I did that in our informal meeting at John Lee Dumas's pool a few weeks ago. This is designed to be hands-on workshop. That said, I still want to answer questions along the way. There's no rules here. You can kind of think of this as a cage match as I go through and teach, and we do things together. Is if you have a question, just raise your hand, I'll answer your question. I want everybody to have all the information that they need in order to have a sense of knowing what they're doing. So first thing I want you to do is I want you to log in to your WAX Cloud wallet. And I'm going to do that myself. I think we need to keep mine over here. Somebody lost in the Michael Bittler's network. I'm going to hack him from wherever you are. No, don't do that. Okay, so yeah, everybody get on the network. Now the whole world knows your password, just so you know. Yeah, they can all be your guests. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Let's go ahead and kill the lights up here. It's okay if I'm in the dark. That's Story of my life anyhow. Alrighty, so there we go. So to log into your Wax Cloud wallet, you simply go to wallet.wax.io. I am going to log out of mine so that I can log back in. Now, this could be created with your email. It could have been created with your Facebook login, your Twitter login, Discord, any of the services you have. But once you are ready, you want to click that login, and then hopefully you set up your two-factor authentication. I did, and which is why I carry a separate phone that's just used for my crypto. If you're not using two-factor authentication for your cryptocurrency and for your NFTs, you're putting yourself at risk. So this is a public service announcement right now. There's two apps out there. One of them is called Google Authenticator. The other one is called Authy. Either one of them is good in any service that uses assets of any kind, whether it's financial service or whether it's your email, even on Gmail, or whether it's your NFTs. All your accounts locked down with a two-factor authentication. I don't know how it works. I just know that it does. And through some sort of magical algorithm, every 30 seconds, it gives you a 6-digit code. You put it into the authenticator field, and it knows that you're the one that has that device. And because it changes every 45 seconds, whatever it is, it makes it impossible for somebody to guess, because there are 9,999, 100,000, yeah, 6 nines. Somebody can't guess that. There's just no way it's going to happen. So it really locks down your service. So I am going to log in with my authenticator, and I'll even share my number with you because it doesn't matter. At this moment, my authentication number is 072815. It's the only number you can share when you're logging in that there's no fear of sharing it, because nobody's going to be able to use it. I just used it. If somebody else had my login information and went to log in with that, it would kick them out because I'm already in. It would say that number's already been used. In fact, if you try to log in and you fail authentication, it'll say, wait for your next one to load up. Lock down your things, people. I cannot overemphasize this. Use two-factor authentication. Use good passwords. In fact, I'll talk about that for just a moment. Do not use password 1 for passwords. Do not use your dog's name unless you're going to surround it with symbols. You're going to put some numbers. You're going to capitalize some letters. You're not going to capitalize others. Make sure you mix it up. Come up with a scheme that works, that you can use multiple passwords. For example, if you don't have a good password scheme and you want to use your dog's name, say your dog's name is Dolly, maybe your scheme is a pound, capital D, O-L-L-Y, %, and your favorite year, and then another symbol at the end. And think, okay, what do I replace that with based on the site? Come up with a password scheme. You're all smart people, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Use two-factor authentication, except for this guy. I'm just wondering about him. Oh, I know why you're here. You live here. One more administrative thing that just coming around the track right now, because it was there when I was saying the other thing. Those of you who does with this. Sorry, it'll come to me. Do you remember what I was going to say? I don't remember either. Okay, so once you're in the Wax Cloud wallet, this is Wax's official site. And from here, you can access your NFTs that are in your current inventory. You can see some of the ones I have in here. When I show you how many I actually have, you might have a collective conniption. This is where you can find DApps, stands for decentralized apps. And these could be tools that are used on the WAX blockchain. It could be games, it could be collections, it could be directories, it could be exchanges. Anything that is built on the WAX blockchain can be done here. We're not going to worry about staking and DeFi and all that right now. We're really going to focus on NFTs. Up here in the upper right corner, I guess I should share my screen for the Zoom, huh? Sorry, Zoom, nobody told me. Let me get that up for you. There we go. In the upper right corner, you can see your WAX address. If you've done Bitcoin at all, you've seen these long strings of numbers and letters. If you've done Ethereum, your address starts with 0x and then goes on with a string of stuff you just cannot remember. I don't know, it's like 30 characters, numbers and letters. WAX is easy to remember your address. If you set it up through the WAX Cloud wallet, your address is always going to end with .wam, and it'll be preceded by 4 or 5 other characters. In this case, my address is pfkpw.wam. After you enjoy tonight's session, you can send copious amounts of WAX to me. And no, don't do that. But I do want to see your NFTs. This is okay. All right. Zoomies, I got you. I got you. I'll just stay put like a good boy. Here's the thing with the deal. Unshare. Sorry guys, I'm doing my best. Pro. Okay, turn on your thing and make sure you can hear me coming through.
Zoom?
Yep. You got your Rufus NFTs. Aw. She made her first NFT was of our dog. I guess I can look in YouTube and see if you guys can hear me now. No, go to YouTube.
I'm on YouTube.
Okay, well, turn on your audio. And there we go. You can hear me. Okay. All right. I will try and stay put like a good boy then. Thanks for letting us know. All right, let me go back to sharing the screen. The WAX Cloud wallet. All right. Get this out of the way. Now, through the cloud wallet, you cannot actually mint NFTs. It takes a third-party service connected to your WAX Cloud wallet to mint NFTs. And so the platform there's 2 platforms really that are most often used. The first one is called Atomic Hub. I'm going to log out here. Atomic Hub is the first major exchange and place for minting NFTs on WAX. They've grown significantly. Since we were the first major property to use them a year ago, August, when we launched our Blockchain Heroes digital trading card set. And since that time, they have grown remarkably. In fact, if we look here over the complete timeline, which I've not done this in a while, so I'm kind of curious to see what this chart ends up looking like. It might be too, oh, here we go. So when we started minting on WAX, it was around, let's see, August, right? See those, the bigger numbers right there? That's when we did our launch, right around there. This is the growth of WAX over time, these big spikes you can see right here. It shows you the volume, and over the past few months, it's really blown up, which if you own WAX cryptocurrency, you're really happy right now, because over the past month, it's gone from like 30 cents to 90 cents. 95 cents? Wow.
85.
85. And you can see here, these are all massive properties on WAX that are transacting a lot of NFTs. And we are, right, this is our account right here. We're number 12. We were early to the game, and there's a lot that have gotten in since then, and we've got some new things coming up as well. So this is the platform that we use to mint NFTs and what we're going to use tonight. So to log in, once you're logged into your WAX Cloud wallet, you just click on login in the upper right corner, and you can ignore these other ones on here. When you see Anchor or Scatter, that's a little more technologically savvy. It empowers you in some ways that the WAX Cloud wallet doesn't. Mostly it allows you to hold your own keys. And what that means is the WAX Cloud wallet is a custodial service. You have the login and the password. Nobody else has that, but WAX is holding your keys on your behalf. So you don't ever want to lose your login password. So you just click here to log in with the WAX Cloud wallet. And you'll see these pop-ups sometimes like you just saw there. Usually they'll just take care of themselves and automatically connect, log you in, take the action. But whenever you see those windows pop up, it's asking you to confirm the contract. Everything on the blockchain is minted using something called smart contracts. It's really just a program that's saying, all right, I want to do this. Do I want to really do this? Yes, I do. You push the button, the smart contract goes, okay, we're going to do this. And then it's done and it's written to the blockchain forever. Nothing like permanence. Okay, so I'm logged in here, and once I'm logged in the upper right corner, I can actually look at my inventory of NFTs that are currently in my wallet. And you can see right there how many are in my collection in this wallet, just a couple. The biggest part of that collection is our own Blockchain Heroes collection. And I own a good many of these, many which I give out, many which I collect myself. And then I own a lot of other NFTs as well. What we're going to do now, though, is not worry so much about acquiring other NFTs. Although I'm curious, who has prepped their wallet with some WAX? Okay, a few of you, great. So for those of you who haven't, you're not going to be able to buy anything right now with them, but we'll do a little buying stuff as well. So to create your NFT, you're simply going to go up here where it says NFT Creator. It's up on the top menu right after Explorer, Market, Trading, and NFT Creator. And then what you want to do is you want to create a collection for your NFTs. This is kind of, think of it as a category. What is, if you've got a series of NFTs that you want to make, what is the overarching category for that? Is it, is it a collection of flower paintings? Is it a collection of dog pictures? Is it a trading card series? Is it a game? Give it a name. So I'm going to make one as a sample right now. And it has to be 12 characters for your collection. This is part of how the WAX blockchain works. And interestingly enough, for reasons I don't understand, you can only use the numbers 1 through 5 in that collection name. You can't use 0, you can't use 6 through 9. I don't know why. So we're going to come up with, let's see, Palmas NFTs. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Palmas NFTs 21, because 2021. What? And then we're going to give it a display name, and I'm just going to call it Palmas NFTs. I'm not sure if we can have a blank there or not. We're going to find out in just a minute. I might not be able to. The fields that don't have an asterisk are not, they're optional. So if you have a website for your project, you can put it in here. If you want to put it in a description for your project, you can put it in here. NFTs minted at the Palmas Del Mar NFT workshop. I'm going to call it that. And then you're going to see this thing down here called market fees. market fees apply for secondary market. So the way that the marketplace makes money is every time an NFT is purchased, 2% of that purchase price in WAX goes to Atomic Hub or whatever the marketplace is that's selling it. Another 2% of that fee goes back to WAX for their tokenomics. So let's say you sell something for $1 in WAX, then 2 cents goes to the marketplace, 2 cents goes to WAX. Clear? Easy peasy? Okay. So the market fee is the creator fee, because the beautiful thing about NFTs is that you sell it the first time and you get to keep 100% of that minus the WAX and marketplace fees, 96% essentially. But if anybody resells that to somebody else, you earn a creator fee. So I sell an NFT for $10, and then tomorrow, she's the one who bought it for $10. Thank you. Tomorrow, she goes and sells it for $100. Good job. So I earn whatever percent is put into the market fee. So I'm going to leave it at 5%. So that means on that $100 sale, I get $5 in WAX, and the marketplace gets $2, and WAX gets $2. So marketplace fee of $5 is pretty, or 5% is pretty common. Here's the real beautiful thing. She sells it to somebody, then it goes up in value more, or it goes down in value, whatever. They sell it, you get that fee again. And then that person sells it, you get that fee again and again and again and again. Every time it's purchased by somebody else and traded, that marketplace creator fee applies. Imagine what that would have meant to Topps trading card people. So they've always sold baseball cards, right? Star Wars cards. They sold these things. Some of them became highly collectible. And if we go back to 1955 baseball cards, the Mickey Mantle baseball card has sold for millions of dollars. These cards have traded hands multiple times, and some people have gotten really wealthy on these incredibly rare baseball cards. Topps makes nothing on that. The only money they ever made on that baseball card that now sells for millions of dollars is the first time somebody bought it for a nickel out of a pack. This fixes the problem for creators. Now Topps is doing NFTs and digital trading cards. They understand that every time one of their cards is traded on the market, they make money. Same thing for us with the blockchain heroes. Our secondary market trades and sales have, in some cases, eclipsed our primary sales. And every day we're generating revenue from people selling the NFTs that they may have purchased from us a year and a half ago. Tell me that's not beautiful. It's very beautiful. So once you're ready to create your collection, if you want to, you can add a photo. So I'm going to go in here, and I don't even know what I got on my desktop right now. I'm going to try and find a small photo. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, here's one of me, actually. Somebody made me into a little pixel character. So you don't have to have a photo with your collection, just makes it more distinguishable. So now I'm going to create the collection. And what's going to happen is you're going to see this little pop-up. It happens transparently, automatically. Now I have a collection. So who's having problems creating a collection? Let me know if you haven't been able to do this. If you made your collection, raise your hand. Okay. So some people are still a little stuck there. Sorry, Zoom people. I'm going to get up for a second and see if I can help some people. Oh, they can just stare at the screen. I'll be back. Okay, who needs help? So you're going to go to atomichub.io. Sorry if I didn't say that. The URL for Atomic Hub is atomichub.io. Collection name must be 12 characters long. So
Make sure that's 12, no spaces in your collection name, no numbers 0, 6, 7, 8, or 9, lowercase. That's your collection name. Okay, once you're here, NFT creator, yes, sir.
I would like to ask, what is this?
Okay, so the website URL, let's say you have a website for what you're doing, you put in there http:// www, this is my awesome website.com. The market fee, that's what I was just talking about, that we're the creator, that's you, or a percentage of every market sale. So just put 5% in there.
We have a question from YouTube. How does RAM and CPU work for WAX?
So.
Oh, wait, if you're gonna answer, you should come.
Yeah, I actually don't want to answer that because that's a little more technical. If you encounter issues with RAM and CPU, that's a rabbit hole that I'm going to choose to not go down at this moment just because it's super nerdy. Let me know if you encounter those issues, if you get a RAM or a CPU error, just because I'm curious. You good? Yeah, you can change, by the way, this collection, you can edit it whenever you want. You can go back in and edit a collection once it's done and rewrite it to blockchain. So once if you want to change your description later, you can. If you want to change the URL, you can. If you want to change the creator feed, the picture, the description, you can do all that later. Is there anybody else that's stuck on where we're at yet? No? Everybody's good? Awesome. You guys have a great teacher. I mean, damn, we're good. Together, you and me, forget about it. So you can see right here, now I've got this edit collection button. So if I want to go back in, I can go in here and I can edit it again. And oops, I meant to say awesome workshop. And I can edit that and I can save that just by clicking update collection. Let's say I want to put my own personal website in here is the reference, joelcomm.com, update collection, and it's done. One of the beautiful things about WAX is how fast it is. The other beautiful thing about WAX is because it's a proof of stake blockchain, which I'm not going to explain. It doesn't require gas fees. And you've heard about gas fees on Ethereum, where it costs a lot to mint an NFT and it costs a lot to transact with an NFT. Those costs are negligible on WAX. Minting NFTs can add up a little bit, but let's say you're going to mint 1,000 NFTs on Ethereum, your costs hit the ceiling versus minting them on WAX. It's about that much, relatively speaking. There's nothing to it. So it's very inexpensive. Okay, now once we have a collection, the next thing you're going to see down the page is create a schema. What is a schema? Let me just give your schema the same name. 12 character, actually it could be anything you want. It could be 12 characters max. Let me show you what that looks like before you go too far in there. I'm going to pull up one of my other collections and we're going to pull up this one here. Oh, no, that's not a good one to show. I'm going to log into one of the accounts where we actually do a lot of our stuff. I'm going to log into the Blockchain Heroes account. Go to the NFT creator. So you can see here for Blockchain Heroes, our collection is the BH logo. So it's a brand thing that sticks out. And you can see what we did here, you know, with our logo, our description, our website, our market fee is 6% on this. And you can see we have a lot of different schemas set up. So schemas are a category within your collection. initially your first schema, it's not going to matter too much what you call it. But we've done multiple series of cards. So you can see here, we've got a schema called series 1, and then we did updates to that series and added some additional cards. So we call that series 1.x. We've got series 2, other heroes. So schema is like a subcategory within your main collection category. I'm going to log back in with my Play account.
I have a question.
Sure.
It just said transaction failed due to RAM. RAM is a system resource.
Oh, I hate when that happens. So RAM is, I have to address it. RAM is the resource that the WAX blockchain uses for handling its transactions. If you don't have any WAX in your account at all, then you can't really, it's hard to do anything with it if you're going to mint. You could buy, but then again, you need WAX in your account to even buy anything, right? You need the currency of the chain in order to do stuff. If you're having that issue and you have WAX in there, you can go into your wallet and there is a place, I'm sorry, in your WAX Cloud wallet, there's a place here, says resources. If you want to go to your WAX Cloud wallet right here where it says resources, these are the resources that the blockchain uses on the back end to run the blockchain: CPU, net, and RAM. And what you'll want to do is you want to add RAM by selecting RAM from the pull-down menu. And how much WAX do you want to use to buy RAM? I'm going to use 10 WAX, which is about $8 right now or so. And now I just bought some more RAM, and I've got all the RAM I need to mint a bunch of NFTs. Is anybody else seeing that error? RAM error? You are? Okay, do you have some WAX? You're getting WAX now? You're adding RAM, okay. So the WAX Cloud wallet is a good place to kind of handle your account if you have issues with the technology part of it. But the marketplace is where you're going to do the minting. So I'm going to go back to the NFT creator. And now you can see I've established this collection right here, Palmas NFTs 21. I'm going to go into that collection and we're going to go down to schemas. And what should we call this? PDM collection.
Doesn't have to be 12.
Nope, doesn't have to be 12 under the schema name. So this is just a category. Now, when you're looking at here are the attributes of the NFT. And it's kind of infinite how many attributes you can add to an NFT. I'm going to go here to my collection and show you what that looks like. This is what we call metadata. It accompanies the picture that's on your NFT with a what is this? So for example, this is a card right here from a collection. We just interviewed these guys for our Nifty show that's coming out here shortly. The game is called Metropolis Origins, and their collection name right here is called Metropolis XO. The schema name that the NFT is in is called Metropo Found. And if we look down here, we see the schema data. These are each attributes. The name of the card is an attribute. It's called Black Ice. You don't have to worry about these long strings here. This is all blockchain data that writes in, that you paste in. They gave it a card ID. That's a field in the schema. They created a field called description. They created a field called rarity. They created another one called lore, one called class, and one called type. In its simplest form, you don't need to do any of this, but if you want to do more advanced things, I'm going to show you how to create a schema right now. So create new schema. I'm going to call it PDM, and I'm going to leave name and image. Those two you can't edit. Those are standard. You have to have a name for your NFT schema, and there needs to be an image associated with it. These are the NFTs that we're going to make. So right now, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave name and image, and I'm going to say create schema. Hits the smart contract, pops a little window up, says done. There it is. Now, if I go back here, I've got a schema. You can make as many of these as you want, as many different categories of NFTs. The more you do this, the more you understand why you'll make subsets of things. But right now, we just want to have one schema. Who's got their schema done? Okay, who needs help with the schema? Don't be afraid to ask for help. This is all new, brave new world stuff for people. Really? Everybody's good? No? Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's give your schema a name. Call it whatever you want. Call it go over. I need a name. Okay, and then click create schema. That's all there is to it. You're set. Boom. Anybody else? No? Good. Everybody's got their schema? I'm taking this really slow, by the way. Once you're like mastering this, I am the mid-master now. I can be like NFT, like in my sleep. They're so fast because this process isn't actually that lengthy. And once your collection is set up and once your schema is set up, now you're over the biggest part of the hump, because all the NFTs that you're going to mint in that collection are going to be in this collection and schema you've already made. So now that we've got the schema ready, I'm going to click on it. So click your schema. Now we have two more steps to go to create this, to the individual NFTs that are in here. They show assets first. They really should show templates first, because the first thing you want to do is create a template for your NFT. So we're going to click create new template right down here. This is where we're going to actually deal with the contents of the NFT that we're making on Wax. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to find an image. So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, since these are Palmas NFTs, I'm going to find a picture from here. Ooh, look at that one. This was taken at Lottie's just the other night. I'm going to share it to airdrop it to my computer. Although I do see Heather on here, I could drop it to you. All right, I've got the picture. And now the, where is it? There it is. Isn't that great? That picture was, you see the rainbow right there? Took that at Lottie's just the other night. Perfect night. Monday, right? It's Monday night. So the images on Atomic Hub, you can mint an NFT of any file size that you want, but on Atomic Hub, to upload one directly, it needs to be under 2 megabytes. So take a look while I'm doing this and resizing this so it's smaller. Look at the picture that you're going to use to mint your NFT on your computer and make sure it's under 2 megabyte. If it's not, click it and open it and bring the file size down on it. You can see here right now, this is huge. I'm going to make it 600 by 800. You can see right here, it says it's 3.5 megabytes right now. And I'm going to export it as a JPEG. A JPEG works, a GIF works, a PNG works, any of those, any of your standard file sizes. And Because NFTs are programmable media, you can use a video in your NFT. You can use music as your NFT. You can create an NFT that's a PDF. For the sake of these examples tonight, I'm keeping it simple with a JPEG that's under 2 megabytes. So once I've got my image ready, I click add an image, and then I just find the image I just created. There it is. Instantly uploads it, and you can see it right there. Is this the picture I wanted? Why, yes, it is. Now I can say, how many of these am I ever going to want to mint? Well, if you don't know the answer to that, then leave it blank. It remains infinite. One of the beautiful things about NFTs, though, is scarcity, saying there are X number of these that will ever be minted. And so this NFT tonight, how many people do we have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. And then some people watching here by home. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say there's a maximum supply of this particular NFT of 50 ever. I mean, that's scarce, right? There are only 50 of these. So I'm going to put my max supply that there will be 50 of them. And then there's 2 checkboxes here. The first one is assets can be transferred. Well, that means that you could send it to somebody else. They could send it to somebody else. It could be sold in a marketplace. If you uncheck that box and you mint that NFT, it can't leave your wallet. It can't be transferred. So in almost all cases, you'll want to have that box checked. There's a few instances with our collection where we assigned NFT badges to collectors who completed collections or did certain activities. And because they were badges, they recognized their work. We didn't want them selling them or transferring them to somebody else, because now it's like, going to an estate sale and discovering that somebody won an Emmy who lived there before, and you buy the Emmy and it's like, now I got an Emmy. Well, you bought an Emmy, you didn't get an Emmy. So I usually will check assets can be transferred. The next checkbox is assets can be burned. To burn an NFT means to remove it from the existence, basically. When you burn an NFT, it is gone, never to be recovered. So sometimes we burn things intentionally as part of an activity. We'll say, burn these 5 NFTs, and when you do, we'll give you this something new, special. Adds more scarcity. Sometimes somebody will spam your Wax inbox and you'll get an NFT that you're like, there's 10,000 of these and I don't like it. I want it gone, and you burn it. I'll show you how we do that a little later. So always keep simplified types checked. Now we're going to give it a name. I'm going to call it Rainbow at Lotties. Maybe apostrophe, right? Possessive, Lotties, which I think you can do. There's some characters that you cannot put in an NFT, and if it rejects it, you'll know I can't do that. So what you see here is when I uploaded this, it took that picture and it created what's called a hash. This long string of characters right here represents this particular image on the blockchain. Every one of them is unique and different. And we don't have to worry about what it says. We just know by looking at it that this is a unique image. If I go in here, watch what happens to the image. If I select that and I cut it, my image disappeared with it. If I paste it back in, boom, my image is back. It's been uploaded to a decentralized file storage system that says, this is the secret code for this image. So we're going to leave it be. Now we're going to say, create template. Success. Give yourself a hand in your mind for having done that, because you are about to mint your first NFT on Wax with this next step. Is there any questions about creating a template? Sorry for those of you on YouTube, I'm not watching the the stream. You might have questions there. You could file a form in triplicate and send it somewhere and they'll answer your question. Anybody need help with that? We good? Awesome. All right. So now that the template is created, we're going to hit back. And look what just happened. Under my templates, there it is. It's miraculous. And you'll notice that the template has a template ID number. They're sequential. So this is the 364,318th template to be created on Atomic Hub's system. It's not relevant to anything other than that. But we haven't minted an NFT yet. If you look at, when you mouse over your template, you'll see this little pop-up. Template ID, collection name, schema name, and issued supply. Well, right now it says 0, and in parentheses, max 50, because I told it there will be 50 of these ever. I cannot mint 51. It will not let me. I've set a hard cap at it saying only 50 of these can ever be made. Now we're going to make one. So what I'm going to do now is click mint new asset. This is the actual minting of the NFT. We created the collection. We created the schema. That's the category it's in. We created the actual template of the NFT. Now we're going to mint it. And to do this is, I'm excited. This feels good. I'm going to click mint new asset. All right. Now, what asset do we want to mint? If you'll go right here where it says no template, look at that. My templates show up on the pull down menu. Everybody should be on the mint asset page. If you're not there yet, if you're lost, I'm going to go back just a step here to bring you through again. NFT creator. Click on your collection, go to your schema, and then mint a new asset. So you go to your template pull down menu, and I'm going to pick this one. Watch what happens to the picture on the left when I select this. Magic. There it is, waiting to be minted. Asking me, well, where are you minting this? Do I want to mint it to my own wallet? Do I want to mint it to somebody else's wallet? In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mint all 50 of them to my own wallet right here. And I'm going to say, give me 50. Now, what happened when I typed 50? See if anybody notices this. It says 10. This is a known bug. And it's left intentionally. The owners of the marketplace know this. What they don't want is people just creating a bunch of spam NFTs. So it looks like you can only make 10, but actually any number up to 100 will work. Even if it displays, I typed 50, watch what happens when I say create asset. Look right here, 50. Any number up to 100 at a time you can do. So I'm gonna mint 50 of them. What am I minting? This NFT right here. I'm going to hit confirm, get ready. Here we go. It's exciting. And boom, done. Now watch this. I can go here into my wallet now, my inventory right here at the top, scroll down. Look at that. Look at these beautiful NFTs. They're all here in my wallet. Each one of them with a unique ID, a designator on the blockchain. Now, right now, they look the same as one another, right? But if I mouse over them, you can see right under the where it says Rainbow at Lottie's ID number, this one ends in 936. This one ends in 935.
I also got transaction failed.
Okay, if you got a transaction fail, that means they didn't show up. If you're going to, if you minted them to, did you mint them to your wallets? You put your wallet in. Okay, so just kind of do a shift refresh on it. Sometimes it just didn't load. But if it confirmed the transaction, they are wherever you told them to mint. Let's confirm that. Who minted their first NFT? Okay, let's do a little workshopping here. Hey, who's having a problem? Oh, I know why. Okay, so this is really important, guys. Everybody listen up. If you're not showing, there's a checkbox right here. So Atomic Hub likes to keep their marketplace legit, because there's a lot of people that, because the blockchain is open, anybody can mint anything. But this is a privately owned marketplace. You can mint whatever you want to the WAX blockchain, but the owners of the marketplace can decide what they want to show and what they don't. And so they whitelist collections of NFTs. In the beginning, your collection's not going to be whitelisted. So right here, where it's at this checkbox, uncheck it so that all NFTs show, and now your NFT should show up in there. If I click only whitelisted NFTs, this particular collection that I've just made is not whitelisted. There is a process for whitelisting. It's simple. It takes them a couple weeks sometimes because they're swamped right now. But did that solve your problem, Michael? Also the kids, good. You guys see yours now? Everybody good? All right. You guys at home good? Awesome. So here's the next thing that happens. The blockchain, because each one of these is unique, let's again look at this. You could see the ID numbers, this long string under Rainbow at Lottie's, and it ends with 896. Well, this one is 895. This one ends with 894. You could see it's minted them in an order. And in a few minutes, where it says mint calculating number of 50, it's going to give each one of these a mint number. So these NFTs are actually going to have a number 1 through 50 associated with each one. If we scroll down here to some previous NFTs that I've collected, you can see here the upper right corner. See right here, it says 206. And if we mouse over it, it says that this is number 206 of 1068. And the maximum of this NFT by this artist that can ever be created is 1068. So we know that this is mint 206. It's immutable. It's on the blockchain. There's nothing that can change that. That means there's a mint number 1. Also means there's a mint number 1068. In the case of the NFTs we just created, in a minute, once the blockchain is done doing its blockchainy things, we're going to have mint numbers. I think the chain is probably very busy right now because WAX has taken off so much. It could take up to 10 minutes for the mint numbers to show. The NFTs already know, the blockchain already knows their mint numbers. It's just not resolved here yet, but it'll show up soon enough. And then we'll have mint numbers 1 through 50 of this particular NFT. And everybody here is going to get one of these tonight. Woo! Special. Okay, so that is, you guys just minted an NFT. I mean, come on, let's go. Okay, let's take a look at it. Everybody but them minted an NFT. What do we got? Okay, so you need, do you have any WAX in your account? Okay, so that's the problem. I'm gonna send WAX to everybody who needs one right now. Use me. Interesting. Okay, so let's try again. I'm just curious to see what happens. Let me explain what happens. When you set up a WAX cloud wallet, it's supposed to designate a minimal amount of WAX to your account for the net and for the RAM. I'm not sure how their system's working where you were able to do it, but they weren't. I don't think it's Karma. She doesn't look like she'd be doing anything bad, but you never know by looking at it, right? This guy right here. So let's do this really quickly. moving around. Okay, do me a favor, one at a time, I need your addresses. Yes, it's the one in the upper right corner. I come up here and tell me, remember, come tell me. I'm making it rain wax. Okay. Let's just look at it. sfmiw.web. Okay. All right. So wax should show. You should have like hit refresh. You guys are getting up close to me. Seems like it shows up right away. That's how fast it is. Let's see if that solves the problem. And if it doesn't, we'll talk about what's next.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let's see. XASYU.wam. Yep. Okay. All right. Done. You're good. All right. What you got? 1RXIW. 1RXIW. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
All right. You're good. You got it.
Do you know something called OpenSea?
I do. We're gonna talk about that too. 3. Yeah, it would be very cool. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
All right, you're good. There should be a wax should show up there in a minute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, what we got?
I'm sorry, I've been trying to add.
E3NIW.
Just keeps rejecting debit.
E3NIW. Yeah, they make it. Unfortunately, our government is
And banking system.
our banking system kind of sucks, and let's hope this solves the problem.
That's not surprising.
She is shopping. All right, you're good. Did you need?
So me and this guy are both stuck on our phones because my laptop died on me.
You need more charge?
No, I tried like 3 different outlets. Okay, so it says transaction failed. I already had to add RAM, net, and CPU. So it's saying to confirm it in the wallet. The wallet's over here. And
It should
it's stuck
pop
there.
that automatically though.
Yeah, it's not. And you're having the same issue still, right?
Yeah, not quite.
Let's close it and let's try it. Let's see.
So I did 50, but it says 10. So I thought that was fun.
It should pop automatically to your wallet. That's
Oh, so maybe I should just let it
it's
take its
not.
time because
it's
I'm only on
not-
LTE right now. I don't have Wi-Fi here, so
Give
all
it,
the
give
other
it a
ones,
second. Let's see if
all
it
the other
pops.
ones went really quick. Like when I staked stuff, then it fixed it really quick.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's actually close that.
Okay.
Let's try this. We're trying things. But let it run for a minute, see if it does.
Okay,
Otherwise, it could be a network thing.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you have one you need? Let's see. Yeah, CPU. Okay, so let me, all right, you have wax. That's good. So we're just going to put 3 wax into your CPU. You're going to stake it. And you should be good now. So let's see, go ahead and mint it. Deal, she's having that same issue on insufficient. Okay, now it needs RAM. All right, so we're gonna buy. We're gonna buy a few here. Okay, now we're gonna try one more time. Survey says CPU and RAM should be good. Trying to send good juju to it. Shouldn't take that long. Let it run and let's just see what happens. Are you still having an issue? All right, what's it want? It's saying, oh, you have insufficient RAM. So now you have a wax in there. This one RAM should, I can't get in there. Type 1, input by RAM. Should be enough. If it's not, you're gonna need more wax. With the price of wax having gone up, okay, click approve. Sometimes it's how much does it actually need? Let's try this. Let's try half for the. Why doesn't it like me? Oh, you don't have tap on. That's why I've got. All right, approve that. Over here. All right, now we're gonna put in here type 0.5. This is weird. It's like a chicken egg thing.
Bad RAM?
Yeah, there's something weird going on here. That's why it helps to have wax in your wallet. All right, hang on, let me do something. I'm gonna go around the edges here for a minute and just get you set up because you looks like you have a interesting set of circumstances here. So once you've got wax in your account, the problem is there's not enough to stake to the things that you need. We're gonna solve it though.
Is buying wax pretty easy?
So you have to be able to go to a crypto exchange to buy it most of the time. It's just harder for US citizens. It's one of those cryptos that isn't on Coinbase yet. You have to, there's other exchanges to buy it on though. Bittrex, KuCoin.
Okay.
All right, so what we're gonna do is I am going to, what's your account name again?
Yep.
XASYU, is that what that
Yep.
says? Okay. XASYU.wham. Going to stake a CPU at all right, let's try one more thing here. XASYU. Okay, try to mint it now. And it's going to come up with that error again, but now we should be able to. All right, so let's type 1 in there.
Yep.
Stake it.
Awesome. Now it's going to be mandatory?
Yep, should. Well, that actually was probably, that was just,
So I got to create.
yeah, go ahead. No. Yes, mint the asset. You're good. Victory. Now it should be in your inventory.
You're the man. I don't know how you learned this shit, but you're the man.
Scroll down. There it is.
I got
Boom. Did it. What you got? Are we having the same? Well, that's fine. This is like, once we get past the initial technical hurdles on this stuff, it gets easier. So there's your template. Very nice. Everybody mints their pets first. All right, let's see what's happening here.
So you can't get wax like on your own, like you can't just.
No, you
connect
can.
the pad.
You can. It's just like there's one service called MoonPay that you can attempt to buy with a credit card. Sometimes it works for U.S. citizens, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so RAM. So we're going to
Nope, you can't play.
stake one RAM.
It said I had 100% RAM.
Yeah, I don't understand why sometimes it assigns new accounts and sometimes there's not enough. All right, so then we need net. So that is, we'll just put point. Oops, I can't see.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's my old eyes here. And it's dark up here. CPU. All right, let's see if it lets me do this. I might have to send you a wax or two to. Okay. No, it's fine. Okay, don't go anywhere. Let's just do this really quick here. We'll get you set up with a couple more SFMIW.
So like it wants, so basically it wants more money.
It wants resources. It wants you to be able to pay the resources that you need to mint the NFTs. It doesn't take a lot. It takes just a little. Like we could probably, so I just minted one. All right, now I'm gonna see, can we mint another with that same amount? No, so you're gonna need some wax in there. It doesn't spend all your wax. It just needs it in there to run the computer basically.
What is it called? Moonshine?
MoonPay.
Moon.
MoonPay.io. So one thing you can do, I'll show this to everybody in a minute.
Yeah.
So, but you minted your first one. You're good.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hope you guys are able to mint at home. Hi. What you got?
So I just created the wax thing. It wasn't letting me do it. I guess
Okay.
because of
You
the
got your wallet.
Yeah. So then.
Have you done, did you follow through the other things that we were doing?
Yeah. So I'm right here.
Okay.
And I put in 20 copies.
Okay. What happens when you do this?
Because I need resources.
Yeah. That's fine. All right. So you don't have any wax in there right now. We're going to take care of that and get you some resources. BW3YY.
So I have several questions.
Okay. Hang on. Let me get this taken care of. Then you can ask all of them. Give you some RAM first. All right, go ahead and try now. It might not be able to do 20. Might have to settle for a couple, but go ahead and try it. See what happens. Scroll down to the bottom of that. See, there's a line for each one of the ones you're telling it to mint. Yeah, so we've got, so let's do, just so you can do one for now and get you started. And then you could always mint the other ones later. Go ahead and click approve.
So I would need to create a new asset.
Nope, you just mint from the existing one. So now that you've done this, I mean, yes, you're gonna create new assets, but so you'll see here when you go to the pull down that 1 of 20 has been made. So you have 19 more you can make of that template.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So you could try and mint another one if you want, see what happens. Might run out of resources. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, we're going to jump back into the screen share here with you guys.
Is it possible to get some wax, my brother?
Yes.
I bought it in KuCoin, but I couldn't figure out how to transfer it.
Oh, you did? Do you have KuCoin up?
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
It was maybe because I only bought one.
You bought 1 wax on KuCoin?
It was it looked like the price was high. Is it called Wax P?
Yep, that's it.
So there's some issue.
I mean, buy. Okay, so are you buying it with Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is not going over years. I do have like 32K.
Yeah, you know,
It's all Bitcoin.
buy some wax. Yeah, you've got it paired right. So just go down to here, you know, buy 100 wax or something. That's this. Yeah, that's the buy side. So put in, do market. You know, that way you'll snap them up quick. Yeah. Yeah, enough like buy wax P underneath. Boom, should instantly.
I don't have that much sitting in Bitcoin.
Wait, is it not in your trading account? Yeah, so you just need to move it into your trading account. Go to, yeah.
A main account.
Yeah, it's probably in your main account. You need it in the trading account. So you do a transfer. Trading to, flip that. Yep, and then pick Bitcoin. Unless you want to transfer ETH, which is also fine. But I would do it in Bitcoin. Pull from the pull down menu. Type BTC. And there it is. Wait, it says you only have 0.004 available. Can I take a look?
I think it's because it's tied into a bot with an API trading in Bitscamp.
Is it all locked up in it?
Could be. Set it up forever ago.
Is it making you money?
Yeah. It's up like 100%.
Okay, so you have 0.14 Ethereum. So we can I think we can trade that. So I'm going to put 0.01. All right, so that's over there now. And if we go to your markets, and for wax. All right, so here's what you need to do. You need to take that Ethereum, buy Bitcoin, the 0.01 I just transferred, trade it Ethereum for Bitcoin, then trade the Bitcoin for wax. Then you do a withdrawal to your wallet address, and you'll have it. These are the fun hoops we jump through with crypto right now. It is. Yeah, man.
I mentioned my first like 3 or 4.
Yes.
Then I tried to do like a bulk, like I wanted to see, because I was like, it hasn't charged me anything yet. I was trying to figure out how.
It is charging you.
Yeah, but it's so minimal, I guess, that
So
it didn't add up to.
It doesn't actually. So it charges you RAM. It doesn't charge you CPU or net. You just have to have enough in there to mint what you're doing. Those resources are recuperated, recovered over time.
Okay.
So you can basically use that same stake.
Right. So I bought $30 worth of wax earlier with the debit card thing option on there. So, and then I just tried to send Jeremy some, and it wouldn't let me send him wax because I.
Show me. Yes, sir. Okay, hang on a second.
So now I was trying to go back in and buy RAM because I'm 100%
Yes, you need
used.
RAM.
So I tried to do that, and it gives me this error here. I don't know
net, so you need net. You're out of like.
Okay.
Yeah. See, there's no. So go here.
Okay.
Now it might be a vicious circle here because it might say you're out of RAM.
Okay.
So try and stake it.
Well, I thought that this meant like I'm out of that because it said 100%, but it said that even on the first NFT that I did.
Yeah, that could be.
So
hit stake on this and see what happens. All right,
yeah, we're in the circle.
Yeah. So, and it's been so long since I set my own up that I've not had to deal with this.
Sure.
But I'm gonna. What's your address? JNDYW. All right. If I send you a wax, it should. All right. Now go ahead.
I have it.
Yeah. Oh, you have it. Okay.
Yeah, I have.
Go to resources.
Right. That's where I'm at.
Oh, right.
So I sent him a wax earlier because he didn't have any. So I was gonna send him one because he was coming up and you had people sitting up here already. So I didn't want to.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send it to. I've not seen this before, but there's so much I haven't seen before. So I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to do that. All right, now you should be able to go to your resources.
Let me just refresh the page here, see if maybe there's something silly going on here. Refresh fixes.
Yeah, you're good now. So go ahead and put one in CPU and one in net.
So I didn't have to have those earlier. Like those.
Actually, you're good. I staked one to each for you.
Oh, okay.
So now you should be able to mint.
Okay. Now, and when I go in the mint, like if I do 50, that costs more than doing one.
Yeah.
Correct? It costs 50 times more than doing one.
Right. So you'll need more RAM.
Sure.
So what you can do is you can stake, some of your wax. You can say, all right, let's put 5 in to RAM.
Okay.
Like it's usually good to stake like 10 at least to CPU, 10 in net. So you've kind of got those resources, but those are recovered over time. RAM is spent, the CPU and net are recovered. There you go. You got baseball, you got the dogs.
Yeah, this is my Game 7 homer, remember?
Yeah.
So I minted that. Just the ball itself.
Of course.
Yeah.
Cool.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, man. All right, what do we got here? You need some as well.
I got your one. Thank you.
It's not enough. 3NUYW. 3NUYW. Here. All right.
Hey, there we go.
You're good. You just minted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all it was not enough RAM or wax. What is called wax?
Yeah. The first time is the hardest.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to show people how to do this next thing.
So how much? What do you call it? Wax? How much wax do you need to mint?
It depends on the number of NFTs you're minting.
So it depends on the number of NFTs. So
Right.
if you do 50,
Yeah.
it's going to cost you more.
Yeah, I need to see what the current price is. That's a really good question. I'm going to find out the answer to that right
Like when
now.
I was going to buy some wax there, it was like, give it to me in increments of 50, like 50, 100, 150. So is 50 the minimum you got to buy?
Nope,
Is
you
that
buy
too
one.
much? Is that too much, too little?
That's a good question. I'm going to go into some detail on that. I'm trying to find out what the current cost of RAM is to mint. And then we're going to screen share more here in a second if you're still watching so that we can show people some other tricks. New tricks. All right, gang, let's soldier on. Everybody got a little snack. I want to show you a couple more things here. So the question I keep getting is, how do we get Wax? If you'll go to your Wax Cloud wallet, there's a number of ways they provide for you right here where it says buy Wax P. Click that, and there's a few services that are credit card based services, MoonPay and Simplex, which Simplex should work here, MoonPay should work here. Sometimes it doesn't. Best bet is to use a debit card when you buy. The banks don't like you. They don't like you using new world currency systems. They want your money, and they are turned off to crypto in many cases, and so they decline crypto transactions. But with a debit card, that money's already in your bank. It should be easier for you to purchase Wax with that. Then you have exchanges. Binance, not available in the US. I've heard that some people will use a VPN to get accounts on exchanges that are not available to people in the US. Your mileage may vary. Bittrex is available to US citizens, and it's the exchange that I use to sell my Wax when I want to get some off my wallet into dirty fiat currency. KuCoin is another. You could see there's a lot of exchanges here. So that's how you acquire Wax to have in your wallet so that you can mint NFTs and so that you can buy NFTs. And buying is what I want to show you next. And then we're going to go to Ethereum, and I'm going to show you how we mint on Ethereum. So if you're in Atomic Hub and you have Wax in your wallet, you can go to the marketplace. Sorry, gang, I haven't shared my screen with the home audience. Let me do that. There we go. So once you're in the marketplace, you can go shopping. Shopping for NFTs is addictive. As you could tell by the number of NFTs in my wallet, I can't stop. But it's better in my mind than hoarding physical stuff because it doesn't clog up my condo. I had an idea for a spoof that I wanted to do of hoarders. Everybody's seen Hoarders, right? The show, and they show up at the door and the music is dramatic and it's dire. The daughter opens up. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. My mother needs your help. It's horrible. And they walk in, they're trying to step over everything and they can't get to where they need to be. But it'd be funny if like somebody showed up at my door and they walk in and she's like, yeah, he needs help. He can't stop. And they come in, the place is pristine. And it's just me sitting at my computer. Just one more NFT, just one more NFT. Because there's 25,000 in my wallet, but they don't take up any more space in my life than having 10. It doesn't matter. So you're in the marketplace. If you like nostalgia, Hot Wheels just did a sale on Wax. Mattel sold packs. They sold out very fast. You buy a pack, you open the pack, and these are packs here. These are cards that are inside the packs. So let's say, oh, I really want this bone shaker here. Well, it shows you right below it how much it is in Wax and what that translates to in current US dollar. So what you can do is you can drill down into series 1. You can sort by the lowest price. And if I type bone up here, it'll filter them down. And the cheapest bone shaker of this particular card, see, they're all the same here, is $3.81. All I do is I click buy. It'll come up and say, all right, here's what it is. This is what you're buying. Boom. And now that NFT is in my wallet. Paid, what was it? About $3.81. So Out of that 380, 2% went to the marketplace, 2% went to Wax, and 6% went to Mattel. And if I sell that NFT to somebody else, same market fees, and Mattel goes, thank you. Please keep selling it and raise the prices next time, if you don't mind. That's how easy it is to buy NFTs. And now when I go to my inventory, it'll be the first thing that shows up in my wallet right there. And I could look at it and I could admire it and I can go, ooh, that's cool. I mean, come on, guys, right? We all collected Hot Wheels. These are cool. And they do some really interesting things too if for collectors now. So for example, if you found one of these golden ones that looks like this, it's actually redeemable for a physical toy. So people value the rarer ones in the series because they can also get something physical to go with it. So there's more to go into on Wax, but I just wanted to give really a high level and get you minting your first NFT. Any questions around this before we go to Ethereum? Yes. So whitelist is done through, I believe, their Telegram. Let me see if I can find that info on here. Let's see. Let's go to support. Here we go. Yeah, on support on Atomic Hub, collection whitelist request. And then there's a few things, you know, that are requirements. Make sure you're only using your own art. Have more than one template in there. Show that you're actually building a collection of some sort. Just follow what it says here on the page and give them a few days to review. I know the guys there, they're very chill. They're young. They're like in their early 20s. They're making a killing with this marketplace. They're super smart and they want people to be selling on their platform. So just follow the rules and getting whitelisted shouldn't be too difficult. That you're whitelisted, yes. And not only is it important to buyers that you're whitelisted, but it's essential to be seen because if somebody's in the marketplace and they're looking and they most usually have this box checked, only whitelisted NFTs. So if you're not whitelisted, your stuff won't show up. Doesn't mean your NFTs aren't there, just means they're not showing them. Any other waxy questions? Yes.
So how does one sell one of these NFTs? Do you press the list on market button? Is it already on the market?
What a great question. Thank you for asking that question. So let's go through here to, I'm going to check this off so we can see the ones that I created. Okay, there's mint number 1 of Rainbow at Lottie's. So Rainbow at Lottie's is a beautiful night. Right underneath here, it says list on market. Now, I'm not going to sell number 1 because it's number 1, but I'm going to sell number 2. I'm going to click listed on the market, and I'm going to say, I want 10 wax for this. So you guys, if you're fast, you can go buy this from me. There's none on the market right now because all 50 of them are in my wallet. So there's no market data to suggest a price. So I'm going to say, and it even shows me right here, the market fee, Atomic Hub fee, the Wax tokenomics fee, and this is what I would receive from the 10 wax. I'd receive 9.1. So now I confirm. And now it's on the marketplace. So if I go to that NFT, it says it's on sale right here. I can click it. See, right now it says this collection is not verified or whitelisted. Use at your own risk. Well, you can trust me because you know who I am, but if it's somebody else and that warning comes up, then you want to make sure they're verified. It shows you, here's the picture, you'd be buying mint number 2 of 50, and you go and you're able, so for me, I can edit the price, but is anybody else seeing this, it would just have a buy button. Now, here's what I'm going to do with mint number 1 of this. I'm going to go to more and I'm going to click transfer. Michael, what's your wallet address? Uh-huh. SRUYW. Now, I'm going to transfer this to Michael. I'm gifting you the elite exclusive mint number 1 of the rainbow at Lottie's. Now, if you want to, you can put a little note in here in the memo. Thanks for hosting. It just gets written on the blockchain. It doesn't mean anything other than it's a little note for somebody who looks at it. I click send transfer. And now if I go to, because it's blockchain, I can look at anybody's wallet at any time. So can you. If I go up here and search for Michael's account, because I know what it is, there's his account right there. I can go look at it and go, oh, look, there's the NFT I just sent him, mint number 1. There's the NFTs that he's minted just tonight, right there. There's 12 of them. Blockchain is transparent and it's open for anybody to look at it. So I can look at anybody's wallet. You can look at my wallet. You can see what I've got. You can see how much I've got. You can see what I bought, what I've sold, what I've minted. It's all public and very transparent. So there you go. And I'll set up a form for everybody to fill out with their wallet, and I'll send these out to you guys later on so everybody can have this esteemed piece of memorabilia from tonight. The other thing I wanted to show you in the wallet is somebody sent me this. It is from a collection that's verified that I don't recognize. They're minting a lot of them. It's really an advertisement. I don't particularly care for it. I don't really want it. So I told you I was going to show you how to burn an NFT. It's really easy. You just go to where it is and you click the more menu. And at the bottom, it says burn. Are you sure? It will destroy it. It will be gone forever. You will never be able to retrieve it once you click that confirm button. I'm sure. It's gone. Did you send that to me? Now, if we refresh, where is it? It's gone forever. Like sands of the hourglass. Gone. That's how you burn. There's other features and functionality that you can run across here on WAX. And honestly, you're not going to break anything. You know, feel free to play with some stuff. Make some NFTs that you don't care what happens to them and play around with them. Yes? Yeah, so what you'll do, that's what you want to go to the support, which is at the bottom of the page. And it keeps going because it won't stop. Keeps loading stuff. Let me go to the main page. Right here where it says support. Click that. And then on the menu here, collection whitelist request. And then it'll give you the instructions on what to do. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's a great question. So there's on Atomic Hub, if you're going to mint through their service, 2 megabyte is the largest that you can upload. However, there are other services you can upload to. I'll touch on it really briefly just to show how it's done. It's called IPFS. It's the Interplanetary File System. Basically, it allows you to upload images, videos, animations, GIFs, whatever you want, and it stores them. And so I'm going to log into my account here because I've used it many times. It's very cheap. I think I get a bill for about $1.50 a month from them, and I have a lot of NFTs. When you upload an image to pinata.cloud, that's the service that I'm using here, it puts it on the IPFS, the Interplanetary File System. It's either file system or file storage. I don't remember which. And you could see there's images that I've uploaded here. One of them is a 36 megabyte file that I turned into an NFT of this video. This was for my son Zach's launch that he did almost 2 weeks ago. And we created this video and minted it as a promotion and sent it. We were able to drop it into wallets that we felt would be interested in the product. There's some tools that you can use for targeting so it's not spam customers you might have had before. So I won't play the whole video, but I just wanted to give you a taste of it. So this is in IPFS right here, and this is the hash right next to it. So if you click copy on it, let's go to mint an NFT again. NFT creator. We'll go right in this collection again. And I'm actually gonna mint this. I'm just gonna show you what happens when I create a template and I paste that hash into the image. It's such a big file that it's not loading it instantly, but you can see how there's a broken image there right now. That's from that file. I'm not sure why it's not loading it. It's just not. But that's how you would put files bigger than 2 megabytes in. You would use a third-party image storage service. Other than that, try and keep them under 2 meg. Any other waxy questions? Nope. Yep. Yeah, so great question. What would, so let's imagine it this way. Let's say I go to the Louvre in France and I take a picture of the Mona Lisa, and then I go on the street corner and I sell pictures of the Mona Lisa. Everybody knows they're not getting the real Mona Lisa. Why? Because they know the real one is hanging in the Louvre. Somebody grabs an image from another NFT collection and they go to mint them. You can always tell where they're minted from. And if they're not minted from the official collection, then they're a knockoff. It's a copy. It's a fraud and it should be reported. And so there's a lot of frauds. There's a lot of people being taken because they don't stop to see if it's a legitimate image from the collection. And there's scammers out there that want your money and they will try and take it from you. So being aware of what is a verified collection when you go to buy something and what is not is very important. Nothing can stop people from trying to steal, but nobody's ever going to put value on an image that came from a stolen collection. It's not the real thing. It's a forgery. You will, you won't be denied a whitelist, but if somebody reports it, you or somebody who knows your collection, they will be delisted. So they will, and that's happened. Like they get in saying, hey, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to do the right thing. And then they start stealing. Somebody picks up on it really quick. The community is really good. The wax community, especially the NFT community in general, is fantastic, but the wax community is very tight knit, very welcoming to people who are bringing value, and very quick to point out if there's somebody trying to do something nasty or criminal in the community. So I've had my stuff ripped off before, but nobody's made any money on it because somebody in the community goes, these guys are copying your stuff. We report it, it gets taken down, their collection is delisted, and their name is forever tarnished until they try it again. And that's what scammers do.
Can you add to the collection?
Yes, you can always add, which is what I showed you with our Blockchain Heroes collection. We're always adding new NFTs, new schemas, and we could just grow it infinitely, really. There's no limit. Good. All right, let's take a look at kind of briefly, but I want to touch on Ethereum. Ethereum is, there's a lot of activity on Ethereum because Ethereum, first of all, has first mover advantage. And, you know, Ethereum's been around since 2014, I think, 15, somewhere around there. And there's a lot of people that have a lot of Ethereum. They got in, you know, when it was $1, $5, $10, it's worth $4,200 today. And people think that it's going to 10,000 or more. And so there's a lot of crazy money being thrown around on Ethereum. The most popular marketplace you've probably heard of is called OpenSea. And you would connect to OpenSea with your MetaMask wallet. So if you're not logged in already with your wallet, I'm going to log out here. Okay, so you go to OpenSea and you're like, you can tell right here if you're logged in the upper right corner, it shows just a profile, an empty one. And I want to log in, so I'm going to click the wallet. And which wallet am I going to use? Well, you should all have MetaMask installed. It's a little finicky on mobile sometimes, and it's just kind of learning to deal with the stuff. Sometimes it works right, sometimes it doesn't. We're still in the early days of it. It reminds me a little bit of using DOS on computers. Sorry, kids, you won't know what I'm talking about, or an early version of Windows. So I'm going to click on MetaMask. I'm going to log in. And now I can see my account and my profile. And this allows me to buy, sell, trade, otherwise mess around with NFTs on OpenSea. You can also create on OpenSea, but it's not my favorite place to mint. So I'm going to recommend to mint an NFT without gas, use mintable.com. They're all minting to the same chain. I just like Mintable better. So I'm going to log in. You have to set up an account. And then you can connect your wallet. Your MetaMask wallet. So it looks like mine is already connected. And minting an NFT here, it's actually easier minting on Ethereum than Wax. So we can go create yes. Oh, great question. Thank you. Minting is basically making it, creating it. So when you mint an NFT, you're making the NFT. So I'm going to click create a new item. Do I want traditional or gasless? I want gasless, because who wants to pay gas? We're going to say it's easy. We're going to create a new item. And I thought I was connected already. It's giving me an issue here for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird. Usually it just pops up my MetaMask in a window. Not seen that before. Give me a second here to figure this out. Yeah, that's basically a gas fee is because Ethereum is a proof of work blockchain. That means that the minting and the transactions are handled by robust computers run by miners. They're people that as a living run this bank of computers, sometimes filling up whole buildings to process the transactions, and they get paid to do that. That's a real low level way of phrasing it. So once you're on here, it's super easy to do. I give it a title, and I'm going to call it Joel Comm Pixeled. And I'm not going to put a subtitle in it. I'm going to upload the file right here. And I'm going to find that same one of me that we used before. If I can find it, let's see. Or maybe I'll use this guy. This is, I had somebody design this for Minecraft. There's this should load up me in Minecraft here in a second. Hello. Not sure why it's not taking that. Let's try this one. Could be because my browser is blocking stuff. Hang on a second. Well, it's even more fun when things don't work. Now I'm curious. I'm going to go over to OpenSea and see if it gives me the same problem. It could be a browser issue. Create. This is so weird. All right, don't know what to say. It's giving me, it's allowing me to upload to OpenSea, but not to Mintable. I don't know why. So I'm going to do it here. So put Mintable on the side just because I'm not able to go there for a moment. Go to OpenSea, click Create in the upper right corner. Connects to your MetaMask wallet just the same. Yes. Was that just a yawn or a question? I saw the arm go up, so I thought maybe you, yeah. OpenSea not much. Yeah, the fees could play into it. So I'll be candid. I don't mint on Ethereum ever. Once I discovered Wax, I kissed Ethereum goodbye. Now I buy on Ethereum. I transact with Ethereum sometimes, but I don't mint anything on Ethereum. The only reason I'm showing it to you tonight is because so many people ask about OpenSea and Ethereum because that's where the Bored Apes are, and that's where the crypto punks are, and that's where a lot of money is. But there's also a lot of money and a lot of collections and opportunity on Wax, and I like that there's no gas and that it's easy to use, and so I push people that way. So here but this is how easy it is to do. I mean, I'll go Joel the Wizard, because that's me done as a wizard style. I can put an external link to it, so I think I'll just put my blog on here. Nifty Wizard Joel Comm. I don't have a collection for it to appear in. I'm not going to put in properties. I'm not going to put in any of this stuff. I'm just going to say there's one of them, and I'm going to create it. Now here's where the fun starts. Now it's there. Minted, done, created. Now I can do whatever I want with it. I can sell it for a fixed price. You can have this for 10,000 ETH, which is about $39 million. That's what I'm listing it.
So we're talking about something here. We're trying to do this thing on OpenSea, and it's saying the estimate gas fee is $256. Is that right?
Isn't that like a one-time fee though? Yeah, what's
So this is why I don't do a lot. This is why I'm a huge proponent of Wax. So myself and my co-host, my partner in Bad Crypto Podcast, we're actually on the Wax Advisory Council. We got invited last year after having successful launches on Wax. We're not really official ambassadors. We're not paid by Wax. We genuinely like the chain and continue to use it to create our products and services. Gas fees can eat up your Ethereum really fast. Now, if you use Mintable, what they've done here when it says gasless, I don't know why I couldn't get this to work for mine, but when they say gasless, what they're doing is they're calling it lazy gas. So now the fee that you would pay to mint is passed on to the buyer. So, right, but buyers hate it because now their gas fees just went up. So on Wax, you can create an NFT and sell it for 50 cents. You can't do that on Ethereum. You'll pay $150 in Wax to buy a 50-cent NFT. It's not designed for regular everyday use. But that's why, like you saw me go on Wax for Mattel, I bought that Hot Wheels for $3.84. There was no gas. You couldn't do that on Ethereum. The price of that NFT would have to be significantly higher. Now, there are solutions that are emerging, and what you might hear is of some Ethereum side chains. They're blockchains that are built on Ethereum that are designed to be faster and eliminate gas costs. Polygon is one. Flow is another, and there's a number of them, and those are emerging. Some of them are, somebody's going to win that battle, or Ethereum's going to fix their own stuff and lower the gas fees somehow. Yes. So basically they looked at Ethereum and they said, all right, the gas fees are broken here. So using this code, we're going to copy the code, but we're going to fix it. We're going to patch it and make it so that you can still use your same wallet and kind of build it on top of it, technology wise, on top of the stack. So the transactions take place on this layer 2, but the foundation of layer 1 of Ethereum is here. So your NFTs and your transactions live above where the gas is needed.
But Ethereum could theoretically change and kill
no, they can't kill it because now they have their own established code, right? It's what they call a fork. It's like, all right, we're going to take the code base in the blockchain up to here, and now we're going to take it and we're going to do some other stuff with it and build it forward going this way. So it's that fork in the road. Ethereum keeps going this way, and these side chains keep doing their own thing. So the competition is on right now. We're still very early adoption on this whole crypto space, and so people are trying to figure out how to build better solutions. You guys are all early. Everybody here is early. NFTs are not going to go mainstream for a couple more years at least. You're going to hear about it more in the news, but you're early. So you could pat yourself on the back for even caring at this point.
So is OpenSea, is OpenSea sitting on the Ethereum blockchain, is it in trouble as far as being viable?
Not in the short term.
Why would you pay $150 to put something out there when you go to do nothing?
So that's a really good question. And if we look at, like, let's just look at news and go at OpenSea NFT, and I'm going to show you news. OpenSea nearing $10 billion valuation 4 months after having a $1.5 billion valuation. That's why.
I mean, why is it attracting customers?
They were the first. You can see here 2 days ago, NFT marketplace OpenSea hits 1 billion total volume. Let's see, wait. 10 billion in volume. I don't know why that headline says 1. This is just yesterday. 3 months after reaching the 1 billion mark. They reached 1 billion 3 months ago, and yesterday they hit 10 billion. It's where the people are. It's where the biggest, most known collections are. And but Wax is coming on very strong. Wax is actually a more used blockchain, which is why the price of Wax is starting to do this, because people are waking up and saying, oh, they've got Mattel and Hasbro and Funko, and then Metallica released, Iron Maiden released something with them. They're starting to pull in these brands that are going, wait a second, just because Ethereum is the king daddy right now, why does it have to be that way? So they're looking at alternatives.
So once they go to 2.0 proof of stake, what do you think the fees will be? Still be using Ethereum?
Yeah, I think I think Ethereum is here to stay. I think it's a big enough market and there's enough Ethereum out there and there's enough value to it that it's here to stay. And it's here to stay primarily because it was the first platform that had smart contracts. So you've got a lot of projects that are nothing to do with NFTs that are built on Ethereum, which are much more practical applications for Ethereum. You know, if you talk to Vitalik Buterin, the kid who designed this kid, he's now 25. He never saw NFTs in the future of this. He wanted to build a programmable blockchain because Bitcoin is not that. Bitcoin, the first blockchain, is just for peer-to-peer payments. That's all it was designed for. You send me Bitcoin, I send you Bitcoin. That's it. Ethereum is programmable, which means you can tell it if this, then that. If this happens, then that happens. And you could program code into it. And somebody decided, well, we're going to program, if I want to create this image and put it on the blockchain, I can call it a non-fungible token and I can make them and people can buy them. And it's turned into a cottage industry of its own. What else you got? I love answering questions. Go.
How do you research NFTs and determine which ones to buy? There's so many hundreds of.
Really great question, and one that I've been meaning to write an article about because there's a lot to it. It's not this simple formula. However, there's a number of things that I think you should look at. The first thing is, ask yourself, am I buying this as a collector because I want to have it, or am I buying it as an investment? It's a huge difference, right? There's people that buy Star Wars stuff just because they can't get enough Star Wars. And then there's people that are like, I don't care about Star Wars. I just know that this figure is worth more than what I'm paying for it at the garage sale, right? They invest in stuff. They keep them packaged. They never play with them or take them out of the package. They're an investment. So why are you buying NFTs? Ask yourself that question first. Am I buying because I like it or because I want to invest in it? Then there's a lot of different questions, and most of them revolve around community. Why are others buying this? What's special about this? What experience does this unlock? How excited are others in the community about it? Like I talked about it at John's poolside a few weeks ago, NFTs are experiences or keys that unlock experiences. That experience could be little more than owning a piece of digital art. Or it could be that it unlocks a membership to something new and different. For example, we go into my OpenSea account and I go to my profile and my activity and I scroll down just a little bit. Where is it? There it is. I am not a particular Snoop Dogg fan, but I understand that the metaverse is going to be a big deal. And Snoop Dogg offered 1,000 of these private party passes into his upcoming metaverse. That's going to be in a virtual place called the Sandbox, which a lot of brands are going into. Well, they only sold 1,000 of these total. I picked one up off the secondary market a few days ago for 1.3 Ethereum, which is about $5,000 at the time. A few days later, it's already worth $8,300 if I wanted to sell that now. I don't want to sell that now. This is an investment for me. I think that as the masses wake up to this virtual worlds and the metaverses, that this thing is going to be super rare. So I bought this to hold it for that time that it happens. This NFT gives 1,000 holders of this the opportunity to go into this metaverse where Snoop Dogg is going to do some exclusive stuff for people who hold it. But the key is the NFT. There's other things, and I brought an example of it. Physical goods. Can we turn on the light for a second, Aaron? So when we created our Blockchain Heroes cards, sorry at home viewers, I gotta get up and do this. What we did is we looked at the digital cards we created. We thought these are really cool. I wanna own an actual set of these cards. And so we went to our audience and said, would you guys want to own a set of physical cards? And we got these 50 heroes, we think they're badass. And they said yes. So the very next week, we made 2 NFTs. One of them that represented what we call a hero deck of cards, all 50 heroes and 5 class cards in the same thing. And we created another one called the Titan deck, which had shinier cards on it. And each one of the decks has a QR code inside that when you scan it, unlocks exclusive NFTs that go to your WAX wallet. So we pre-sold 700 decks, starting at $35, going up to $75 in tiered as time went on. We sold. Before we even had a product, we pre-sold an NFT that was connected to a physical item. Then the physical item came, and we shipped them out to people. How do we know who we ship it to? Well, they had to claim NFT, the NFT of the deck in their wallet. So this is an unopened until now Euro deck, and if I open it up, there's a QR code in it. Scan this QR code, and it allows you to claim 2 NFTs that were only available in these decks. So you can attach an NFT to any physical item you want, not just a piece of art. In this case, the NFT unlocked, unlock this physical good. I recently bought an NFT from Painter on OpenSea, and it's got really cool paintings. I just really like the art. And it said in the sale, if you buy 10 of these NFTs, you can pick 2 of the ones you've got with me. You can pick 2 of them, and I will send you a 30 by 30 printer. Physical art. So pretty soon you've got art right there, already maybe in a place that I really like. You're just kind of thumb through it and pass it over. You can see it on the facts, characters on them. So the imagination now is really what comes to play where NFTs are concerned. Is thinking, okay, I can make a cool piece of art, I can make an animation, I can make video, I can put pictures up, I can sell my own art. Well, what else can owning this art unlock for the recipient? And Michael, for hosting, let's just get to you easier. Thank you for doing this tonight. Why don't you go ahead and scan that? Use your camera. And then we can pass around and show people what happens when you do that. So it'll open up Atomic Pod. So these 2 NFTs, make number 140 to that one, and then 31, that you chose now. So these 2 NFTs are 2 heroes, and these NFTs are only available in this set. And all of these were pre-minted so that they show up, they're associated with a QR code. So now, not only does the person who bought the deck get the physical cards, but we attach these bonus NFTs. All you got to do now is claim. That's all you do is claim, and those are going to show up in your wallet automatically. And then we don't need a QR code anymore. Just do it with the cards. Questions? You are spot on. Thank you.
There's no regulation.
So what she said is very true, and this is something we'll talk about pool side, is that your driver's license is going to be an NFT and not be distributed. Your wallet, you own it, hold that proof. What if you leave it, at home, so there in your phone, you prove, you can scan the QR code around your wallet and see that this is you. Your home title your car title, your insurance policy, your whole, all of these things. There is no limit. I mean, if I were to say to you, okay, this is a magic key, what would you like it to do? That's what we're all things that are possible to do. People are going to fractionalize real estate, and maybe it'll be 10,000 of them. In fact, I'm trying to pitch the idea to Grant Cardone's people, and I don't think he's going to do it because he's scared of the legal stuff that goes with it. But what if you put up a building for sale and said, all right, I'm going to sell 10,000 NFTs, and by owning one of these NFTs, you own 0.1% of this building. Everyone's doing something. And why not? Yeah. It is perfect.
And last week, we had access to stuff that we're moving forward for moving around forward.
So let's say, it might not get that same.
Let's say you did that transaction for real estate, and that real estate has rentals associated with it. How can those rent proceeds and profits from that building get transferred back to the Well, yeah, I mean, there's companies that come together that.
Yeah, I mean, there will be people to facilitate all of that. You know, right now, if we sell something out of our collection, it goes into a wallet and I do distributions to the team. So somebody manages whatever administrative.
Do you do smart contracts for distributions? So
Sure.
how it distributes?
Yeah. If you can code it, it can be done. And really, when you look at what's being coded in blockchain, it's early. I mean, what we've coded into other, systems are far more developed, but because there's this new element of, blockchain figuring into it, there's a shortage of developers. Like, to get stuff done is not cheap. That's gonna change as more, people grow up and go get their education and become developers or creators, These kids, this next generation, there's gonna be some incredible wealth generated in the next, there's gonna be a huge shift of wealth to a younger generation over the next 5 years. And all,
So it's really exciting about that too. You talk about the huge generational wealth, right? Not your parents, that's on the county. Kids going out there and competing. That's going to be beautiful.
and passing it up.
Passing it on.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna have these kids that are making more playing games, selling NFTs that they've earned from games more than their parents. They're like, what are you doing in there? Well, I'm selling my staff, I mean, I've seen it already. I've seen people, there are people playing a farm game on WAX that are making $10,000 to $20,000 a day. A day. It's the top one on, it's like Farmer World or something. But now it's expensive to get the assets. To get the things you need. But people who got in early are making it go. I think I'm going to end this Zoom because they can't hear me anyway. So, hey, if you're still watching, I'm sorry. I'm just down here answering questions. And hopefully you guys got something out of it. But everybody here is going to say goodbye. Say bye. Bye. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.